Hello, dear students. My name is Dr. Himmat Ali Shah. Welcome to Data Analytics 2 course. In today's lecture, we are going to learn about natural language processing in data analytics or impact of NLP in business intelligence. So, in first lecture, we will cover the basics of the NLP. And in second part, we will cover the special effects of NLP on business or business intelligence or data analytics. So please keep watching. Okay, before moving to the course, let's look at the agenda of today's class. So today's part 1, we will cover the introduction to NLP. What is NLP? Everyday examples with Google Assistant, Siri, and chatbots. Then we will cover the real world relevance. And second, main area are general NLP technical foundations. In second part, we will cover the NLP in business analytics practical applications. So let's explain the part one's content. So in part one, we will cover these topics. We will start with the tokenization, breaking text into words or tokens. Then we will learn about the stop words removal. After stop words, we will cover parts of speech tagging, which is called POS. And then we will move to important topic named entity recognition, NER. And finally, we will learn about text classification and summarize the lecture. So let's start with the introduction. Why NLP is important, how NLP works, what are the real time examples of NLP. Before we dive into what NLP is, let's take a moment and look at some modern AI tools that you are using at the moment. Tools like ChatGPT, DeepSeek, and Midjourney are being used based on the artificial intelligence and machine learning. In all of these, there is a common feature. They allow you to write a command prompt where everybody write instructions. The prompt code could be a questions, a instruction, or request for something creative. Once submitted, the tool give you the response. It could be text, an image, or even a video. So you give input as a on command prompt and get output from the modern AI tools like ChatGPT. Okay, let's begin with some example of NLP, like modern days technologies like AI Studio. Let's write AI Studio on google.com. We open AI Studio and let's play with the AI Studio streaming part. So let's talk. Hi, what's your name?
Hi, I am Gemini, a large language model. What's your name? Okay,
Start some simple fairy story.
okay, here's a simple fairy story. Once upon a time, in a land far away, there lived a beautiful princess. One day, she met a frog, and the frog
Help me to improve my recent research paper. I need to improve introductory part. Let's just see what introductory part is. So I have open overleaf here. Could you help me to improve first paragraph of the introduction?
Sure, I can help with that. I see you have Overleaf open. To give you the best advice, can you tell me what the main topic of your research paper is?
So introduction always start with a motivational sentence, and it should be present tense and active voice. Make sure use simple human language.
That's a good point about starting with a motivational sentence and using present tense active voice.
So we can move to the LinkedIn profile. I have opened my LinkedIn profile. So on my
I can see your LinkedIn profile picture. It shows you smiling in front of a blurred background. What kind of improvements are you looking for? For example, are you trying to project a more professional image or something else?
could you help me to improve the about section here?
I can help with that. Can you tell me what you want people to know about you after reading your?
Another popular NLP example we see in the market today is chatbot. What is chatbot? You have probably interact with the chatbot while visiting websites. Using customer support, you always require help from someone, or even messaging apps like WhatsApp, Messenger. Chatbot responding to user question on website. A chatbot is a computer program designed to simulate human conversation. It uses natural language processing (NLP) to understand and respond to text or voice inputs. Here, how NLP is used in ChatGPT and chatbots. It helps to boot understand what the user is saying, even if the phrasing varies. It identifies the intent behind the message. It gets somehow conclusion from the message. It puts out key entities like names of the person, dates, or location. Important three uh, uh, three parameters: names, date, and location, and generates relevant and natural sounding response. Sometimes it generates sound, sometimes generates answering with a text. A real example of the chatbot is Google, Amazon, Facebook, and banks use chatbot for answer FAQs, QS, booking appointments, troubleshooting technical issues, and even for shopping assistance. Uh, Maybe a chat bot helping someone ordering pizza from home. All of this possible because of NLP techniques working behind the scene. Why chatbots are popular? Because they save time, reduce workload or human efforts, provide 24 by 7 availability, and improve user experience. In our previous slide, we saw chatbot and Google Assistant NLP examples. These tools text is input. We type or speak, and they respond with the relevant text. So input is a text, output is return, response is also a text. But here is something interested part. While we communicate in text, but machine don't understand text the way we do. Machine understands only numbers. In machine learning and deep learning, all the data, including text, has to be converted into numbers. Why? Because computer understand binary language and machine learning models are built on maths. They can only process numeric data. So how does it works? So basically, we need to understand the natural language processing (NLP). Now, to bridge this gap between human and machines, means text and binary language, we use natural language processing. NLP is the field that allows to convert human language to form that a machine can understand and use. The first step is the filtering of the text, getting a text filter text and then clean that text for the further usage. And internally using decoders to convert binary the text into the binary numbers and then again output binary numbers into the text that we get the response. So internal we use many techniques like TF-IDF, like big of words. So this is what we get from the chatbot or Google Assistant using text. Now let's understand what does NLP do. NLP, natural language processing, does many important tasks. For example, it converts spoken words into text. So whatever you are talking, it understands and writes it down. It translates text from one language to another language, and there are many other things NLP. does. For example, spell checking, grammar corrections, language related tasks. It works with any tasks related to human language. So we learned how internally NLP works and how it translates language inside the machine. So in the next slide, okay, let's learn about the definition of NLP. So NLP, natural language processing, is the technology used by the machines to understand, analyze, manipulate, and interpret human language. All right, everyone, up to this point, we have introduced what is NLP, natural language processing, with the examples. We saw Google Assistants with the help of example. Then we saw Siri and other examples with the chatbots. Now let's divide this NLP lecture into two parts. Number one part would focus mainly main NLP techniques, general NLP techniques, and part two will discuss. We will discuss about the role of NLP in business intelligence or data analysis. Of course, we will cover the essential techniques that help machines to understand and work with human language. These step by step techniques cover the fundamental of pre-processing step in NLP applications. So first we will discuss about tokenization, how we spell text into words or tokens. We will learn it in detail in next few slides. Then we move to the stop words removal, how we remove common words that don't carry much meaning. After that, we will jump into the parts of speech tagging, identifying grammatical role of each word, and then very important technique called named entity recognition, detecting names, dates, location, and other specific entities. Name entity recognition is important and core of NLP. It is also very key into business applications or business analytics. So let's begin from the tokenization. Yeah, I forgot about text classification. More important thing is text classification, where we categorizing text into labels like spam, not spam. Like if email is spam or not, we classify a positive or negative. Like we do have sentimental analysis, positive or negative. Each of these steps builds upon the previous one, helping us move from raw text into meaningful structure information. Okay, let's move to part two in NLP in business and analytics. Here we will see how business apply those techniques to real world problems to understand customers, automate process, and make better decisions. We will again move from the bottom to up. What we will cover in part two. First thing is data analysis. So in first part, we will see data analysis, where we explore large volume of text data like reviews, feedback, or logs. Then we move to the second part, or sentimental analysis. In sentimental analysis, okay, next we discuss about sentiment analysis. So this is important to identify whether the tone of the text is positive. There are three things: negative or neutral. Positive, negative, or neutral. A grade of social media surveys and customer reviews. So we will learn a different example of sentiment analysis, and then we move into third topic, that is ticket ticket categorization. Yeah, in ticket categorization is automatically accessing customer support tickets are email into categories like billing, technology support, or general queries. Then we see fourth topic, trend extraction, where we will learn about spot patterns, frequently mentioned topics are emerging issues from large data set, and finally we will learn about report generation. We are creating summaries, dashboards, or automated report using language, saving time for decision makers. So let's begin in detail about part one, starting from the tokenization. The first and primary step of NLP is tokenization. So let's understand tokenization. What is tokenization? Tokenization is a breaking down text into small parts called token, such as words, characters, or sentences, to analyze language step by step. Why tokenization is important? Because tokenization, imagine trying to work with a long paragraph. The computer wouldn't know where one word ends and one begins. So tokenization give a structure to raw text and make it possible to perform a frequency analysis where we count number of words occurs in the text, sentiment detections, parts of speech tagging. It is difficult to make convert a text into parts of speech tagging without tokenization. Same for sentiment detection. And then we also convert text, a chunk of text, into named entity recognition. This word work on one word by one, so we require also tokenization here, and everything else we will learn. So tokenization is very important. Okay, let's take the example of a simple sentence from any text. So I just put one example. Natural language processing is a powerful. Guess how we can convert into tokens. Please do it yourself first and let's see. Okay, yes. So here is the answer. After tokenization, the word level would be a natural language processing is powerful dot. So please check my other videos on YouTube. I just provide the link for those videos to see the real application or real project using NLP where I have used Python language. If you want to really test NLP, in my project keyword extraction for the web pages, I have used these all techniques widely using Python. I have provided the description of those videos on YouTube in this lecture's link. And I'm also giving you one simple exercise to do it tokenization by yourself. This is like a word level. You have to convert this complete sentence into character level tokenization. So let's see. There are four main types of tokenization: word tokenization, character tokenization, sub-word tokenization, and sentence tokenization. So let's see the example of each type. Okay, so first example, word tokenization. For example, on top you can see data science is fun. So it will take tokenize based on the word. So words are separated by comma. So data science is fun. Simple example. Okay, now second example is character tokenization. Character tokenization, you can see the word is high, and based on the characters, it will tokenize H and I separated. Third tokenization is sentence tokenization. So let's move this to sentence tokenization and see the example. Okay, we have two sentences here. NLP is amazing. It helps business grow. So, sentence tokenization is tokenized based on the full stop, like two sentences different. So, first would be if I write here, NLP is amazing. So, first tokenization. Second would it would be it helps business grow. So, based on two sentences, it tokenizes. Okay, so third, final part is let's move to the final part called subword tokenization. So subword tokenization tokenize the word based on the substrings. So I just put here one word, unhappy. So this is assignment question number 2. You have to tokenize this unhappiness word using bird technique into three parts. And another question for assignment is use NLP project using keyword extraction, which I gave you earlier, the links and everything. Apply these techniques into NLP from the text from the word from the website.
Next up is very practical and powerful technique named entity recognition or NER. So, what is NER? So, NER is the process of automatically identifying and classifying specific information in the text, such as names of the people, organizations, locations, dates, times, money, money amount, product name, brands, or even legal references. These are entities in the text, so they are special in the text.
So let's look at one example in for NER. Elon Musk visited Berlin to meet with Tesla engineers on Monday. So you can identify different named entity recognition words here. For example, Elon Musk is the name of the person, Berlin is the name of city, and Tesla is organization, and Monday is a time. So let's divide this sentence into different NER and learn about how it works. Yes, Elon Musk is a person, Berlin is location, Tesla is organization, and Monday is date. Now, why NER is useful? It helps business for three strong reasons to grow. To extract useful information from resumes, contracts, customer chats. So, if the company owner wants to extract useful information from their files, they can extract it easily. Then, track mention of brands, location, and competitors. They can analyze the competitors in the market and then analyze news reports or social media posts for the real world events. So this will help business to grow and make decisions. Examples of parts of speech tagging, for example, we have NN, VB, JJ, RB, DT, PRP. For example, NN is noun, verb, adjectives, adverbs, determiner, and pronouns. So you can follow this chart as example. So now let's uh, go to the text classification, the last technique for the NLP, and then we wind up the today's lecture. Now, what is text classification? Why classification is important? Basically, a text classification automatically assigns a label or category to a piece of text. For example, you have an email, whether email is a spam or not. It helps to sort the emails. And then positive and negatives that review or comments that are given on any business, for example, on Airbnb or Booking.com, they are positive or negative, and supports our sales query. And also, it helps providing news or blog or reviews to the classification or terms. So it classifies the text into different categories. Okay, so in front of our screen, we can see two examples. Number one example is, Hi, I forgot my password. Can you help? This is like some sort of message or email. Could you classify this message, what sort of message it is? And second one is, the product arrived on time and works perfectly. Very happy with the purchases. So could you provide any level or text classification for both of these two sentences? Um, for the for the first sentence, I can say it is a technical category, technical support category for the email or message. Could you provide me the answer for the second one? So let's recap today's class. In today's lecture, we covered introduction to NLP. We saw example of NLP using Google Assistant and chatbot. We learned how NLP is important to understand the language of humans and translate them into different languages. Then we cover the basic definition of NLP, and then we come to the division of lectures on NLP. So in this first part, we try to cover the basics processes of the NLP technique, like tokenization, stop words removal, parts of speech tagging, name entity recognition, and text classification. In the second part, we will cover the NLP impact on businesses and business intelligence. From the part one, there's one remaining topic, text normalization or stemming or lemmatization is remaining. So we will cover this part in the second part. So for now, thank you for watching this lecture. See you in the next lecture.